41. In 2007, I traveled with 41 women to Israel for my very first time.
1,000. Back in 1975, when 1,000 Jews came from the United States to visit Israel.
I have two daughters. One is 21 and one is 17.
71 is my number because in 1971 it was the first time we spent a Shabbat in Israel.
And it really transforms my identity as a Jew in this world today.
We cried, we laughed a lot.
It was one of the most amazing 2 weeks I've ever experienced.
When I got off the bus, I saw the beautiful Jerusalem stone. I saw the city like I had seen in books. And I thought, here I am, I have come home.
It's our link, both religiously and personally, from our past to our present, and God willing, to our future.
People who don't know Israel think that all it is the conflict.
There's so much going on in Israel. Technology.
One business park after another. One technology center after another technology center.
The breakthroughs they make through medical science.
You've got to go to Tel Aviv because you've got to look at some of the most magnificent buildings.
You're making a homeland for a Jewish people that has been persecuted for so long, and that in itself is a really huge accomplishment. So to have something that big and then add all the secular progression to it is like crazy for 60 years.
In 1917, David Ben-Gurion came to Minneapolis to recruit young Jewish men to come and fight in the Palestine Jewish Legion. The British didn't think that the Jewish boys were much of a fighting group, so they created a mule corps, which was more or less a supply service, carrying ammunition and supplies to the rest of the fighters.
When an Israeli soldier is taking their oath, they have their weapon, unfortunately, and they have their Bible.
I'm a first lieutenant in the Israeli Defense Force.
They want this soldier to understand that it is only to be used in the utmost of dire situations because life is so precious.
The Jewish boys became some of the fiercest fighters of the entire British Army. My father was one of these fighters.
And thank you for your support. And I'm very proud to be here, very proud to be a Jew, an Israeli Jew in Los Angeles.
It's really important that Jews from around the world realize the importance of Israel and what it gives us.
I love everything. I love the open market.
In the city of Jerusalem, as the sun is coming down and as it's setting, and all of the buildings that have those particular stones just coming to life and glittering for those moments, there's definitely a magic going on there.
Just the people, the hustle, the bustle. And you realize that we are so, so blessed to have Israel to be able to come home to.
I get goosebumps when you think about it. You know, when you're part of history, you're part of history.
And people were coming out of shops and hugging us.
I never wanted to leave.
It's very special. It definitely is special.
Kissing us and weeping and crying, and we were weeping and crying.
And the wall was moving and swaying and singing and calling me.
Enhanced our appreciation of what Shabbat is like or can be like.
When I really touched the ground in Jerusalem and felt that I was one with Israel.
And I left the 41 women and I walked towards the wall. And I remember putting my two hands on the wall. And I don't remember very much more.
My history, reinforcing that I'm a link in a long chain of Jews.
We all bound together. It's like a woven cloth.
As a child, I stood on the train station in New York with the coin box. Little did I know what it would be.
We just kind of looked at each other and said, it doesn't get any better than this.
And here I was in the land that the money in that coin box bought.
And I felt the souls, and I heard the stories, and I felt like I was home again.